Aloha y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living with a report for you on Mercury Retrograde. I know, that's one of those things you probably have heard or said, I don't know, no judgment here, from super new agey people to give excuses, to explain something, to say, oh, that's why. And I'm here to tell you, there's something to it. Now, first of all, we are never a victim to astrology. There's no such thing as planets out there that are, shooting energy down, making us do certain things. No, it's not like that. Planets are symbols of energetics. There are energetics happening all the time. This is not astrology. This is not controversial. There's something going on. There are certain energetics, the butterfly effect. We know this. Astrology, one of the things I just so admire, appreciate, and love about it is it's a symbolic representation of the energies. And while we look at Mercury retrograde, which means, oversimplified, Mercury's going this way and its orbit stops, goes backwards. That's not exactly what happens, but close enough from the Earth perspective. That's the way it is. This happens for 3 weeks at a time, 3 times per year. And more important than that, and of course that is something that's true for everybody, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. More important than that, because that's general, that is there for all of us, is where it is in your own chart. Your own chart means a picture of the sky at the moment you were born, which is not defining you. It is indicating, though, some of your tendencies, your potential, your challenges, your gifts. So when it comes to astrology, yes, it's really great to pay attention to the general stuff like Mercury retrograde, a full moon, or the fact that as I'm recording this, Saturn and Uranus are square to each other, or the period of the 1960s where Uranus and Pluto were conjunct in the skies, right? Very powerful, revolutionary, big change kind of energy. Those are things that are present for everyone, and wherever any of those things are happening, where they fall into your chart, or if you take your chart here and say, where are the planets now? How do they relate to where they were when you were born? That's very customized and specific to you. For that, you need to look at your own chart. We can talk about that another time. For now, though, let's get back to Mercury retrograde. Planets in some way represent needs or urges or energetic archetypes, and one of the best ways to learn astrology, and it's so worth learning, y'all, because it's another lens, another way of understanding the energetics in life. Archetypes. Each planet represents a certain archetype, and Mercury, if you know a little bit of mythology, also known as Hermes, the winged messenger. Mercury is quick moving, like quicksilver. It's a thought form, it's communication, right? It's the messenger. So Mercury represents communication. It represents left brain activity, logical, linear communication. My favorite symbol for Mercury retrograde that symbolizes this whole 3-week period. Imagine you're going to meet your friend at a train station. You're going to go pick them up. You go to the train station and lots of people, big hallway. You start at this end and you think, all right, well, I'm going to find them. They got to be here somewhere, and you start walking this way. Well, as it turns out, they're down at the other end. They're thinking, well, I'm going to find them. They must be somewhere, and they start walking this way. And don't even see each other and walk right by, get to the other end and say, that's weird, where are they? So now you're at opposite ends and you think, well, I'm going to go this way and find them. They think, well, I'm going to go this way and find them. And same thing happens again. It's like the connection is missed, or that's the tendency, or that's what happens at first. Keep in mind, Mercury representing communication, connection, when it is symbolically going backwards, what it indicates is it might be an opportune time to look within, to communicate within. It's a great time for intentions, for internal mental activity. It does not mean don't do anything, don't leave the house. I never use astrology that way or invite you to use astrology that way. No, it's not about limiting our lives. It's about giving us more information, more tools, more power to live our lives well, just like if you are about to go camping and you find out there's a snowstorm coming, well, maybe you cancel the trip, but maybe just say, oh, I'm going to bring snowshoes. I'm going to bring my extra warm sleeping bag. So in the same way, when Mercury's retrograde, it doesn't mean don't have a conversation, don't do the deal. It might mean, though, make sure you're really checking back and forth. Is this communication working? It might mean, okay, I got the contract, the agreement here. I'm going to read this twice, and I'm going to invite my friend to read it for me, knowing that miscommunications are more likely during this period. Does it make sense? Are you with me? What's your experience? And yeah, electronics do relate to communication because electronics are about the movement of energy and information. And so yes, it's true there is a tendency for electronics to not work well. I've had it happen so many times that my computer, my phone, something is like this weird glitch going on. I try and solve it, can't figure it out. No diagnostics, call Apple, whatever it is. Mercury retrograde ends, mysteriously that glitch goes away. Just saying. All right, y'all, I hope this is interesting, useful. Let me know what's your experience with Mercury retrograde in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Aloha.